Do you accept the blue card? Please, Mr. Batten.
Thank you, Madam President. Dame Sarah, we come from completely opposite views on this, and I don't think we're ever going to agree. But I have come across a curious anomaly, which I'd like your view on, which is the European Convention on Human Rights. It's been used by people like Abu Hamza and other terrorist suspects to prevent their extradition to countries like America on the basis that their human rights might be abused. But I've sat in courts regarding the European Arrest Warrant, one in particular, where the European Convention was invoked because it was almost certain that in being extradited to Greece, suspects will be held in the Korydallos prison, where it was 100% guaranteed that their human rights were going to be violated. But the government prosecutor put the point that since Greece was a signatory of the Convention on Human Rights, they couldn't be deemed to be in breach of it. And the appeal court agreed with them, so the suspects were extradited. But isn't it odd that foreign countries are covered by the European Convention on Human Rights, but European countries it doesn't seem to apply and doesn't offer the protection that we would give to people being extradited to the USA?
The Human Rights Convention does apply to the European Arrest Warrant, and it is implicit in it, but it is explicit in the UK implementation of the European Arrest Warrant. I, wearing my other hat that I used to be able to do in the British Parliament, helped secure an amendment to the 2003 Extradition Act, which requires a judge, before agreeing to extradition under the European Arrest Warrant, to decide whether someone's convention rights would be breached. I don't know why that has never succeeded in a UK court, but I was there to make sure that that law applies, and I will go on insisting that human rights apply to internal EU extradition. By the way, the Strasbourg court did not prevent the extradition of Abu Hamza to the United States. We can disagree on whether that was the right decision, but in fact they did say he would get a fair trial, even if harsh conditions after conviction. But the difference there would be after conviction, not pre-trial.